Hello everyone, we're so excited to meet you. My name is Rachel and my pronouns are she, her.
And my name is Samuel and my pronouns are he, him. And we are Music Box.
Today, we'll be learning about instruments from all around the world. So everyone, what instruments have you heard of before? You are all probably familiar with the piano, drum, and violin. But have you heard of the angklung before? And what about the harpsichord? The angklung is a traditional Indonesian instrument made out of 2 or 3 bamboo tubes attached to a bamboo frame with rattan cords. It's played by simply shaking the instrument sideways. Each angklung plays a single note or chord, and because of that, it's usually played together by a group of people. So while playing the angklung, make sure to grab a buddy to play with. You all must be wondering by now, what does the angklung sound like when it's being played together? Well, let's watch this video to find out. What you just watched was an angklung symphony playing a traditional Indonesian song, Hela Rotane. As you just saw, most of them held more than one angklung, meaning that they were in charge of a chord instead of just one note. Now, didn't that look fun to play? Now it's time to learn about a different instrument from way across Indonesia, the harpsichord.
So on the left-hand side, we can see a picture of the harpsichord. This instrument originated in the 16th century and it was used all the way until the 18th century. So you may ask, why isn't it used anymore? Well, as you can see on the left, it looks very, very similar to a piano, and you're right. Today, since we have the piano and more modern technology, we don't really need to use the harpsichord anymore. However, there's still many around today all across the world. So now that we know what the harpsichord looks like, let's listen to what it sounds like. So now that we know what it sounds like, let's learn a bit more about the harpsichord with a few interesting facts. So first of all, the harpsichord originated way over in Italy, and as Rachel said, it's very far away from Indonesia. Second of all, unlike the piano, the harpsichord has its strings that are plucked, unlike the piano, which has its strings that are played with hammers. And finally, one of the most prominent users of the harpsichord was a composer named Johann Sebastian Bach. He composed many compositions, and one of his most famous set of compositions that used the harpsichord was his 48 Preludes and Fugues.
So, what did we learn today? Well, we talked about instruments from around the world. First, we talked about the angklung from Indonesia, then about the harpsichord from Italy. As you can see, there are so many unique instruments that are all around us. In fact, there are much more instruments from around the world that are still out there to be learned. Overall, we hope you enjoyed the lesson and learned at least one new thing about musical instruments around the world. My name is Rachel.
And my name is Samuel, and we are Music Box. Thank you for listening.
Before we say goodbye, we want to take a moment to recognize that we are all joining today from the traditional territories of many Indigenous nations across Canada. Indigenous people are the first people to have ever lived on the land. We respect the history, languages, and cultures of the First Nations, Métis, Inuit, and all Indigenous peoples of Canada, and are grateful to come together to play and learn on their lands.